Today on our show,
News.
lots of news. We shoot news all over your face like Spider-Man shoots webs all over Mary Jane's face or Leeds' face.
Sure, equal opportunity web shooting.
Could be either way. Today on Fatman or Men, on Batman or Men
Or women.
or women. Welcome back to another classic edition of Fat Man on Batman. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Marc Bernardin. Classic?
Yeah, why not?
All right, cool. Not
Like back to the old formula, not the new formula.
It's not like Crystal, Fat Man and Batman?
No Crystal Pepsi here.
No Pepsi here.
No whatsoever. Not for anybody for a little while, right, kids? Woo. Luck be a lady to
Oh,
fuck.
shit.
Fuck.
How'd we fuck up a soda commercial?
Not since we burned Michael Jackson's hair off have we been so poorly represented in the ad world.
Every 32 years, we do something really bad.
Anyway, fuck Pepsi. This is enough of a free commercial for those guys.
Yeah, fuck you.
Although they can need the help. They could use the help. What's going on in the world of news and our genre and comic booky and Batman-y and what's going on, Mark?
We're going to do an old school news show. And you know the first news item?
Hit me.
It's about Batman.
Hey, the show's called.
It's got a Batman in it.
That's good news.
It's about comic books.
Hey, that's our origins.
I know, origin story. Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo.
Great guys. Great couple of guys.
Two dudes who had a 50-issue sort of redefining run on Batman for the DCs.
This generation's Batman. Classic
Indeed.
Batman.
Are reuniting to take on the entire DC universe with an event called Dark Knight's Metal.
That's kind of badass.
Yeah, it starts in August.
Something to look forward to in the
I will
comics.
read you from the press release,
Please tell.
which I copied from the internet.
Oh, look at this shit. He's doing his homework.
Providence. I couldn't be more excited to see Scott and Greg take on the DC Universe, said DC Entertainment publisher Dan DiDio about the project.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Hey, Dark Knight's Metal leans into the strength of the relationship Scott and Greg forged on Batman to launch something new and unexpected. We're pushing the world's finest heroes in new, unexplored directions to tell a giant story using all the characters in our pantheon. Snyder took pains to emphasize that, despite the title, audiences shouldn't expect Dark Knight's Metal to be too,
Give him a single. Give him a
dark.
fucking. Oh, look at that sweet dissolve, man.
Too dark, misty, swamp ass. Even with terror and nightmares, it won't be grim, Snyder promised, adding that the story will instead be celebratory, huge, and crazy. I've said it before, I'm going for out-of-control dinosaurs and lasers.
Whoa. Whoa, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen. Scott Snyder wants some dinosaurs. He's going to get them.
Another event after which comics will never be the same,
Yeah.
because that's what they all do.
That's what they do. Look, it's got my vote. I like those guys, and I just like the title Metal.
Yeah, now I'm
Throw
on
up
board.
the horns. Throw up the horns. All right, that's a good piece of news.
Yeah,
and
okay.
Batman related, which is the title of the show.
From the top, back to the beginning.
Gotta be honest with you, man. I'm looking at we've been doing this show for a while now.
We have
I got
indeed.
to look at the calendar for that. It's crazy we haven't gotten in trouble. we have a word in our title that we don't own. Someone else literally owns that word, and I'm not trying to, please don't fuck us up. So far, so good, but
Yeah, I mean, Marvel and DC at some point went to court to defend the copyright trademark on superhero. It belongs to them. You can't use it. Like, if you just a dude want to do a book that has superhero in it, you can't.
I wonder if I did Fat Man on Spider-Man, how quickly I'd get shut down by Disney. Going, Fat Man ain't on Spider-Man.
Nope, svelte.
Yeah, he's on a generic fucking spider character, but not our trademarked copyright that we own.
Just don't
We're
even do
Disney.
anything.
Man, doesn't mouse ears. Metal mouse. All right, so that's fucking good news.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah.
In the Star Wars universe,
Ooh, we always like to hear news from Star Wars.
we do
universe.
indeed. When we lost Carrie Fisher not too long ago, there was a lot of questions about whether or not she would be, or how involved Princess Leia would be in the movies Episode 8, Last Jedi, and Episode 9, as yet untitled. Given that she passed away after doing production, after completing principal photography on The Last Jedi. But according to her brother Todd, she will indeed appear in Star Wars Episode 9. He told the New York Daily News that he, along with Carrie's daughter, Billie Lourd, gave Disney permission to use recent footage for the finale, and it's understood that no CGI would be used to recreate Leia. Both of us were like, yes, how do you take her out of it? And the answer is you don't, Fisher said. She's as much a part of it as anything, and I think her presence now is even more powerful than it was. Like Obi-Wan, when the saber cuts him down and he becomes more powerful.
He's dropping lingo from within the world.
He's speaking to the people.
Yeah, he knows our language.
I feel like that's what happened with Carrie. I think the legacy should continue. I'm not the only part of that equation, but I think the people deserve to have her. She's owned by them.
Whoa.
Slave Leia.
Whoa! That's not what he meant, Mark Bernardin.
I was just saying.
That's very sweet. So that means when they say existing footage, they mean footage that was shot that are outtakes on the previous movie or interviews she did, like she was on Colbert, you know?
I think it could be anything and everything. You know, my guess is that it's mostly stuff that she had shot, and they're just going to sort of parcel it out and recontextualize it and drop backgrounds and all of that stuff. But I don't think it's going to be just, you know, like from that documentary, they're just pulling photos. Oh, but they could.
They could. That's what I'm saying. It just feels like, you know, they're saying we don't want to create our whole cloth out of CG, but don't mean they can't sweeten it in or something like that, using existing footage. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah. So, hey, good news, everybody.
Yeah, it is. Then we get to see Carrie beat Princess Leia in the last of the saga movies, but don't kid yourself. This ain't the end.
No.
They're going to make 19 more of these. They're going to be like, oh, by the way, did you know there were a quadrilogy yet to come?
Star Wars 34.
Yeah. And I'm all in. I don't give a fuck. I ain't mocking it. I want to take my money.
They should just call every, like, 8th one The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
They just could. And we'd keep coming back.
The lastest Jedi. The lastiest Jedi.
The for real, we're not kidding Last Jedi.
For real. What else you got? That's good Star Wars news. So far, 2 for 2. I like this
2 for
news.
2, we'll take it.
No bad news.
No bad news.
No bad news. No bad news. Don't you bring me no bad news.
Your boy Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he's...
I worked with him.
I'd
be hesitant to claim him as my own, but I did work with him. Wonderful.
He is more your boy than he is my boy.
Fair enough.
He and Evan Goldberg, the
his writing partner, yeah,
are signed a deal to write and direct and produce an adaptation of Robert Kirkman's Invincible for Universal.
What is that?
It's his superhero book. That's, I think, 136 issues in and going. At one point, Tom Cruise was going to star for Paramount, but that sort of fell apart. But yeah, it's this sort of galactic, superheroic, like, it's his Superman, basically. According to Mr. Kirkman, for nearly a decade I've had to endure the what about Invincible question as fans have watched The Walking Dead grow into the multimedia monstrosity it has become over the years, Kirkman said. The answer was always that we were waiting for the right team to partner with. The team has arrived. The esteemed Misters Goldberg and Rogen have proven themselves to be top-notch directors with a keen collective eye for stunning visuals. Blah, 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 blah. There's more to it, but it's
way to Peter out there at the end.
It's
just when it started getting good, he started getting real dick sucky. And
that's
what
what
you're like, I'm done.
It's another paragraph.
The good fortune of others.
It's another paragraph of dick sucky. If you want, I can do the dick sucky.
All right. I can hear it now.
There's a lot of knob goblin.
So this is a feature.
It's going to be a feature. It's going to be a big dealy deal.
Good. More comic book movies.
Will probably not cost as much as apparently Avengers Infinity War will cost.
Which is a nice segue.
Thank you.
Why? What's the rumor mill? What are those two movies? Now, to be fair, they're shooting them back to back, so they're probably saving a bunch of money that way.
You would think that's what has happened in the past.
They're setting you up for this one.
We are. I mean, Back to the Future 2 and 3 went back to back to save money. You get all the actors together. You don't have to fly anybody places. The crew doesn't have to be reassembled.
The studio likes them like that. They go ass to ass, and then we shoot them back to back. Ass to ass! They yelled at the Russo brothers. And they shoot their Avengers movie back to back. So it's going to cost less.
It's going to, no, it's not going to cost less. And also,
it's going to cost all the monies?
All of the monies.
How much?
$1 billion.
You're shitting me.
Yeah, 2 movies
I'm not
back
even
to
surprised.
back.
Did you see these eyebrows raised?
No.
I'm not surprised. We said it before we started shooting the show. Shooting the show. I really powered down like you. We were talking about it before, but B, that's not surprising to me. No. Like, what was the most expensive movie prior to that?
Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, apparently. We clocked in at about $375.
I felt like there was an over $350 movie. Somebody going to get to $500. And if you're going to shoot the wad, Why not on the Avengers two-parter? Now, a lot of that is also salary this time
A
around.
lot of it's got to be cast because
Yeah.
according, apparently that 375 for Stranger Tides, a third of it, a full third, no film, no money, no catering. A third of that was Johnny Depp's salary.
I mean, that makes sense. Like, if you're going, the only reason that anyone's going is because of him. So it's
Right.
like, look, this is what it takes. Make it rain all over him and stuff, and boom, we got a movie.
Yeah. So for 2 Avengers movies, you got to pay Downey what you got to pay Downey.
Yes, that's the thing. I think a lot of those deals are up too.
Yeah.
And in order to get it done, they're gonna have to shell out. And guess what? If this had been old Marvel Studios, they would have cinched the belts, and it wouldn't cost that much. But this is Disney bucks Marvel Studios, the make pretend money factory. They're just gonna pour goofy money all over it. Money that from here to Pluto.
Yep.
We're not talking mini money. We're talking somebody slipped him a Mickey money.
And if you
You
got
know
to
what I'm
get
saying? There's a lot of Disney references.
but if you got to get all the Avengers in there,
Yeah.
you got to get all the Guardians in there.
Yeah.
You got to get an Ant-Man, you got to get a Doctor Strange, you got to get a Black Panther. All those motherfuckers cost money, and none of those motherfuckers are cheap. So yeah, like I kind of see how you get to 500 million per movie. You're not saving anything at that point, but you're spending it all on people.
You're making 2 movies for $1 billion. So that means 2 of those movies together have to make $2 billion to break even.
And that's $1 billion before.
Conventional dope easy math, yes, it's more, nuanced than that. But yes, essentially, studio math is whatever you spend, you got to make double to break even.
Right.
Because
that
you're
other
breaking
double-
money off with other sources.
Yes. I mean, prints don't cost. It used to be prints and advertising. The cost to
My name is Prince.
and
And
advertising.
Advertising.
You used to have to duplicate the prints. You had
Yeah.
to go to a lab and cut 3,000 different versions of your movie and then
it'll
ship it all over the country /
Just
the
whip
world.
you a bunch of zeros and ones over your phone line, and you're good
Right.
to go.
So that costs less. Advertising still
Films
costs
aren't
money.
made on film anymore.
No.
Nor are they shown on film that much, apparently.
No, unless you go to a very special private place, like
Yeah.
I like to call my bedroom.
That's where you still got films?
Yeah.
Films?
Films. But yeah, so $1 billion for those 2 movies.
$1 billion, $1 billion, $1 billion, $1 billion, $1 billion, $1 billion. This is where we are today, kids. They spent $1 billion on 2 movies. What 2 movies, you ask? 2 comic book movies. 2 Marvel movies. Go back in time 20 years and tell somebody that. They'll be like, you're out of your fucking mind. Marvel, the Punisher movie with Dolph Lundgren was terrible. That's where we used to be. Now we're in a world where fucking Marvel's like,
Yeah. And it's not even like they have to invent new technology. It's not like they're, how do we make the spaceships fly through space again, George? I don't know. We'll invent it as we go. How do we put these actors underwater, James? I don't know. We'll make it up as we go. How do we sink a Titanic that we have to build? I don't know. We'll figure it out. They figured it all out. Now they're just spending money on it.
that's just the foreplay. You get the point. It's Disney, man. Disney's like, fuck it. Let's just spend. We got Disney money. Crazy Disney money.
Not a dollar bills, yo.
Oh, they're going to make so much money, too. So why not spend it, man? You're talking about the one movie that'll make everybody get out of their houses, leave their couches and shit. Your parents are going, your grandparents are going. This is going to be an event, son. Every Marvel. This is what they've been building toward all this time. I think they're smart to spend that money because they're going to make a lot more. You're talking about what will probably be 2 of the highest grossing films of all time. If they play their cards right, and I think Kevin Feige's played his cards expertly as far as I'm concerned over watching them build the Marvel Cinematic Universe over these years. He has built something that is about to crescendo, that is about to fucking break the wave of money all over Disney. I think these movies break box office records. I think look out, Avatar.
So far, they always have. So yeah.
But this is it. This is the collective. This is like, we're bringing it all together. This is a fucking wonder. And then everything's going to change, they keep telling.
I know. Then
After
there's a whole
that,
new phase.
That means like maybe fucking the big guys go away. Chris Evans, he's, maybe fucking.
I mean, he
Robert
keeps
Downey
saying.
Jr. goes away.
I mean, Evans keeps saying he wants to keep playing. So,
Does he?
Yeah. He's like, you know what?
I
Yeah.
met a different Chris Evans who was just like, ugh.
I know. Like, I think he underwent some sort of transformation.
I tell you what happened is he fucking made the Winter Soldier and was like, oh my God.
We can make these good?
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is fucking amazing.
Oh,
Let's do
shit.
more of this.
You mean I get
more
that?
of this, less of the first one. The first one was great, though.
No, I love the first one. The second one's really
Joe
strong.
Johnson,
Yeah.
correct?
But yeah,
Boba Fett baby daddy. Joe
Yep.
Johnson. Yeah, man, I'm all in. Spend all the monies because you're gonna make all the monies. Think about it. We're playing in this dopey realm of like, oh, they've got to make $2 billion at the box office to break even. I don't even give a fuck about the box office with a movie like this because it's the ancillaries. It's the sweetest plum. Give me a fucking single.
Yeah, watch him.
It's the sweet fucking plum all over your face, neck, and chest that is marketing. They're gonna sell toys. Lots of toys, Two Shot. They're gonna sell so many fucking toys, so many fucking things, so many licenses are gonna be made for this Avengers Infinity War flick that they're gonna print money off of that. They're not even worried about the box office. So like box office, that's quaint. What is this, the 80s? Well, fuck yourself. We're printing money making Dixie cups. Dixie cups, what is this, the 70s? They're making whatever they make the stuff. They're making money off the merch.
For the record, the plum analogy is where it turned for me.
That's what it lost.
It frightened me a little bit.
Face, neck, and
You got like I feel feeling things that I wasn't expecting to feel
the
today.
movement down below. It's pretty erotic. Watch a fucking fat dude.
It
get
really
his
is.
face
There's juice flowing down his beard.
drenched. Just if I was committed to comedy, I'd do this, but I just want to sip.
Not that much. So yes, Avengers, $1 billion for those two movies.
Good. It's worth it. It's the best use of $1 billion ever. There, I'll fucking say it. Russo's, please make it worth it. Fuck. It's a lot of money, boys.
There's a lot of mouths we could feed in like the third or second worlds, but
Proving these guys. I remember directed Arrested Development. Mm-hmm. Now they are in charge of $1 billion. That's aim high, kids. You never know.
I mean, honestly, I think Pat Oswalt might have had a joke like this, where it was John Mulaney. You could spend $1 billion on that movie and charge me to see it, or you could just charge me to look at $1 billion. If you stacked up $1 billion, I would pay $10 to look at it. Just I want to see that much money. Show me that much money. I don't care what it's doing.
Classic bit.
I'm stealing it from another comedian. No, I don't care. I also said another comedian as if I am one. Not true at all. I'm lumping myself
All
in.
sorts of bold claims coming from over here.
It's all bullshit. But plums, you guys.
Plums.
Plums.
Yeah, you made it weirder.
I made it weird.
Yeah, I got away with the plums, but I was pushing down Mulvaney. Mulvaney, is that his name? Mulvaney?
Mulaney. There's a whole Flashdance thing happening.
What a feeling. Mulvaney's believing. Mulaney?
Yeah, Mulaney. Yeah.
As in, hello, Mulaney.
Speaking of Marvel.
As opposed to, hello, my veiny cock. Thick and veiny shit. Anyway, go ahead.
Nah, man.
Veiny Mulaney. Is it Mulaney or
it can be Mulvaney.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. Marvel.
Yes.
Again, still in the Marvel zone.
Take all my money, Marvel.
Freeform, previously known as ABC Family.
Yeah, boy, they have a real identity complex.
I mean, I don't know what Freeform says to you that ABC Family doesn't.
And before ABC Family, it was called something else.
Yeah.
Fox Family Channel, I think
Was
it
it
was
Fox?
at one point. Yeah.
Wow.
And then ABC bought it. It's been through a few iterations, but now it's Freeform.
Now it's Freeform. Free for all of Freeform. They are the people who gave Cloak and Dagger a straight-to-series order, 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Cloak and Dagger. They have just followed up with New Warriors.
Which means, kids, we're going to get Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl. What's her power? She talks to squirrels. Squirrel Girl. I just wrote that on the fly, so I don't judge it.
No, dude, it's...
That's cool.
It is super cool. Like
Wonderful.
half-hour comedy, too. It's not a full... and not going to burden us with a full hour. It's half hour, in and out.
Welcome
Have
to the
fun.
Good News Show. This is a show you tune into where you're like, holy fuck, all this is good news.
Squirrel Girl on my television sets? Yes, please.
We ain't telling you nothing bad here. And it's not like we're hiding it. It's just like, look at all this good shit that's going on. Don't let anybody tell you that life sucks, man, when there's a fucking Squirrel Girl show coming.
We are in the brightest timeline if there's a Squirrel Girl. Or we're in the darkest timeline, and this is what lets us know.
Yeah, it's true. Oh my God, I hadn't thought about that. Maybe they're like, here, play with your fucking Squirrel Girl while we take over the world. Oh my God, stop watching Squirrel Girl. Get off your fucking ass. Get out there. Fucking change the world. Sign, man, and fucking protest like in that Pepsi commercial.
Give some cop a Pepsi. Change the world.
Yeah, live for now.
Live and learn, Pepsi.
What else we got?
Arnold Schwarzenegger
Back in the news?
Back in the news because you know why? They're making a Predator movie. Shane Black is making a Predator movie.
That's amazing. Now I've never been more interested in the Predator than when fucking they said Shane Black's doing it. I'm like, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Shane Black, Lethal Weapon script, Shane Black, fucking Iron Man 3, Shane Black, fucking The Nice Guys, Shane Black.
That's Shane Black.
And people are like, yeah, dickhead, that's Shane Black.
Yeah, we got
I'm like, all right, well, I'm in.
It's like not like an auto dealership owner in Pomona, Shane Black. No, not that Shane Black.
Yeah, not that guy.
The
Don't
other
trust
four.
that motherfucker.
No,
But this Shane Black.
dodgy as shit.
Dodgy.
Apparently, though, Arnold Schwarzenegger has turned down an offer to appear in Shane Black's The Predator.
God damn it, give me it. They gotta see my anger.
Do it.
Why? Give me a single. Why, Arnold? Now back to Two Shot. Not really that invested. I'm good.
Yeah. They asked me, and I read it, and I didn't like it. So Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, what a prick. You don't have to say that.
That's why.
Fucking shit on Shane Black. Dude, bro, Governor. Come on.
The vibe that I'm getting, reading the second half of his quote, is that it wasn't a big enough role. I can tell that because he says, there's a chance that if they rewrite it or make it a more significant role. But the way it is now, no, I won't do that.
What? You'll do the Expendables, but you won't do this? You won't work with a bona fide grade A filmmaker like a Shane Black? Come on. What's the matter with you?
I mean, he does not want to get to the chopper.
It's a shame. All right, well, you know what? He ain't coming to the party. Who gives a fuck?
No, fuck that.
Star of that show, one man and one man only, the Predator. I remember he looks like this. I'm coming for you.
With big, like, vagina dentata face.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, man, like, you got the Predator, you got a party. Fucking Schwarzenegger's secondary. When I think of the Predator movie or movies, I don't think about, he rarely leaps to mind. In fact, when you connected to it, I was like, oh,
That's right.
this will be interesting. And then I was like, oh, wait, this happened already.
I mean, I want Carl Weathers a bit more than I want
There you go.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he would absolutely do it.
Reach out to him, Shane Black. Maybe Shane Black's like, I'm already got. That's done.
It's like I got my black guy. I don't need another black guy.
Who's the black guy?
Sterling K. Brown.
Yeah, but
from the
still.
This Is Us.
But and the
People
People
versus
versus.
OJ.
He was great.
Who's an amazing actor.
Yeah, he made. I was like, he made me think he was that guy, but I don't even know what that real guy is like. But I thought his performance was so fucking riveting. I'm like, I felt bad for Chris Darden and shit like that. That's a mark of a good actor. I don't watch that other show.
It's very good.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, if you like to cry.
Bitch, I'd love to cry.
Well,
is it a cry show?
Dude, every fucking episode.
Will I cry more than I cried at The Flash?
No.
Anybody got superpowers?
No. No. I mean, there's one very heavy woman whose superpower is somehow managing to not lose weight, even though she goes to fat farms and shit.
This heavy woman intrigues me. She's the one I see on the billboards.
Yeah.
It's kind of sweet, man, that there's somebody on TV that's fat that's not being like played for laughs or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, and
I
the
say
show,
that as a fucking fat person. That's cool. I remember seeing her on the billboard and being like, right the fuck on, look where we are.
I will tell you there is a comic book connection, though. One of the leads of this show, a fellow named Justin Hartley, starred as Arthur Curry in the never-aired Mercy Reef television show.
Really?
Yes, he was Aquaman.
Deep cuts.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Which
Fair
I
enough.
think you might still be able to download on Apple, because I've seen it, because Apple at some point.
Mercy Reef?
Yeah. NBC had put it up. I think it was an NBC show. When it didn't get picked up, they were like, well, people like Aquaman and comic book shit, just put it online. So I bought it.
I'm gonna look for it.
Yeah, it's out there.
Seems like something like why didn't they give that to? Well, I guess they're doing the feature now.
Yeah, but I mean, this was,
Back in the day.
back in this like 2002, 2003 maybe. With Ving Rhames as his sort of mentor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I remember this.
He's like a
I remember
fisher
clips
boat
of it
captain or something like that. Not good. I'll say it's not good, but still better than David E. Kelly's Wonder Woman show, which was very much not good.
You saw that?
Yeah, did you not see that?
I never saw it.
Dude.
And?
Not good.
How not good?
As I recall, very much not good.
Really?
But just, yeah, like Adrian
How
Palicki,
far from the tone?
It's trying to be very meta. Like, as I recall, Wonder Woman was the head of a corporation that made money franchising Wonder Woman. So, like, there's a boardroom meeting, which I know how you love.
Yeah, oh my God, there were a A lot of those in Iron Fist.
If you really love boardroom meetings with superheroes in them, then there's a couple here. That's the show. Where she's debating the merits of the Wonder Woman doll whose tits are too big, I think. And I distinctly remember that for a couple of reasons. But that conversation where the woman power character is explaining to somebody that a woman can also be attractive and powerful at the same time. Which is weird.
Sounds like maybe it was okay that it didn't go to series.
No, I think we're all...
Sounds like Supergirl nailed it.
Supergirl got it. Supergirl understood it. But this was a little to the left of what anybody really wanted out of Wonder Woman.
All right, welcome to Failed DC Pilots with Marc and Kevin. Hey. So that's Mercy Reef and Wonder Woman.
Yeah, which are both online if you dig a little hard. Yeah. Not like illegal hard, but just a little hard.
YouTube search will bring them up?
Perhaps.
I know what I'm doing tonight. All right, what's next?
Let's see. Hasbro wants to freshen up G.I. Joe.
What do you mean?
They decide that G.I. Joe is not cool. It needs to be more millennial.
How does one do that?
Unclear, but according to the LA Times, the minds over there say...
He'll never give up. He'll stay till the fight's won. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe.
British American hero. G.I. Joe is there. The world has changed, and I think you're going to see G.I. Joe changing with it, said the dude at Hasbro.
He works for a new firm, like a Blackwater firm and shit. He's like, don't trust the government. We hire professional mercs to guard the money.
Or maybe they're all like singers on tour, maybe. Aiming towards millennials, I don't know what.
Were they military? I mean, I remember the tall dolls were, but like the G.I. Joe Hasbro tiny action figure line, were they military or were the Joes their own?
They had some military connection, but I got the feeling that they were like a privately liaised fighting force that is somehow armed and equipped with the finest military technology, even though nobody's got a job other than that thing.
They got lasers too.
And lasers, and they had fucking tanks and shit.
But they're not Army, Navy, or Air Force or Marines. They were their own thing.
But I think it's like they took the best of the brightest and made their own sort of paramilitary interdiction force.
Hey, watch it with throwing the interdictions around.
Sorry.
All right, so what are they going to do?
Give
me a taste. I'll close my eyes. I'm going to envision this.
But they said there's going to be a much more contemporary approach to the whole franchise, and that will allow us to develop different characters. We hope to create a head snap. It's a different kind of Joe, one that still resonates with Joe fans, but brings an uninitiated audience and expands the audience internationally and domestically.
They want this. Hey, say, is that still G.I. Joe?
Look at that.
Because that's got a new spin on it.
What? You're not my dad's G.I. Joe.
Yeah, this is a hipster G.I. Joe. Hey, I'm in. I feel young again.
They tweet when they're going to get a Cobra Commander. They Snapchat their plans.
Or he's not even called G.I. Joe anymore because they're like, we found that GIs aren't really marketable and stuff.
Yeah, like
people don't trust the military as much.
The kids don't even know what GI means.
We're just calling them Yo Joe, which, they used to say that in the show, so it's kind of the same thing. Yeah. Yo Joe.
Yo Joe.
In fact, we've gotten rid of all the characters and we've just turned it into this, the Yo Joe. Isn't that fun? That's the new head snap.
We're making it super hip. We got Lin-Manuel Miranda to write a new theme song. It's going to be a whole fucking thing.
He'll never give up. He'll stay till the fight's won.
Yo, Joe!
Wow. All right, well, I'm ready. Go ahead, hit me with your new G.I. Joe. I've seen, I'm like, fucking Battlestar Galactica. This all happened before, it'll all happen again. I've seen many iterations of G.I. Joe. This ain't my fucking first and it ain't my last.
Nope. I mean, didn't Warren Ellis, I think, do a G.I. Joe cartoon, like 6 episodes or something for Netflix, like 5 or 6 years ago?
I have no idea.
It's scratching in my brain, and like Warren Ellis doing fucking G.I. Joe is an amazing idea. Whether it's good or bad, and I can't speak to either, but just that's a fucking good idea. If they find somebody to come at it with a total left field play, and all right, hey, dazzle.
Who is it? Hit me with a name.
Who could give us a Shane Black?
All right. You didn't stroll too far.
I didn't wander out of this particular pasture.
No, you really didn't. I was looking for a little deeper than that.
You were looking for a deeper
Can't be all Shane Black. As much as we all want it to be everything to be Shane Black, sometimes you got to spread the wealth.
All right. Edgar Wright.
Bang! You got my money. You got my money.
I would watch Edgar Wright's
sir, I
Jojo.
want to see this movie you're producing. What a good idea that would be, man. Fuck, that's a good idea. Is
Super fun. I would watch that.
that all we got?
We got one last thing.
Here it is, folks. Closing.
The final. Because you know how much I love, and I know how much you love, the Dune.
I love David Lynch's movie Dune. I'll be honest, I've never read the books. Frank Herbert's Dune is for better people than I, people that can read books that thick. I am a huge fan of the David Lynch movie. I know there was a TV miniseries by Sci-Fi or something.
There were two of them.
But I swear by that David Lynch movie. That is fucking crazy. Go quietly. Like, everything about that movie is so fucking weird. The legend behind it, that he gave up doing Return of the Jedi to make this movie, and then made it all fucked up, and that the travelers look like giant balls and vaginas that blow fucking dust. Oh, all of
The
it's
masculine
amazing.
and the feminine joining to bridge space and time.
And like a good comic book, you know, which it's not, it comes from a book, but they did internal monologues.
Oh, there's a bunch of motherfuckers talking to themselves.
Yeah.
And each other weirdly psychically, though you never get the sense that anybody's really psychic, but they're having conversations. But
Here's the mind killer I must not fear.
if you walk without rhythm, you won't disturb the worm.
Father, the sleeper has awakened.
How you Kevin?
Oh, that's awesome. Fade.
All I see.
Remember he's talking to fucking, yeah, go ahead.
All I see is another trees I want to kill.
Remember the big dude who was just like, I want to spit in your face. Just a little spill. And he fucking dribbles spit in her face.
Your scars are like heaven to me,
My baron.
my baron. So yes, Dune. Or we could just keep quoting Dune.
Yeah,
for
like
another
I
hour.
could do this all night.
Dune is being remade.
Oh my God, I am fucking as unsurprised as a Bene Gesserit witch. Wow. Thank you.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Ooh,
I see the future.
I see it coming.
Take your hand out of the box, young human.
Our man, Denis Villeneuve,
Yeah.
is directing.
I don't know, but I like his work very much.
Yes, who did Arrival and Sicario.
Yeah. And what was the other one? Hugh Grant. Prisoners.
Prisoners, yes. He's directing for Legendary, which bought the rights to both TV and movies, but at this point there's no TV plan, just movies for now. And they hired Eric Roth
Oh,
to
the
write
great
it.
screenwriter.
The great screenwriter Eric Roth from Forrest Gump, The Insider, and The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Wow, so they're giving it a
They're giving it a big push.
a A-list rub, are they?
They are indeed. I mean,
It ain't gonna take away from fucking David Lynch's version.
no,
David
nothing
Lynch's version
possibly can.
is amazing. Amazing. I don't even say that facetiously. It's an amazing movie and shit. Very misunderstood.
I remember being like 13 or 14 years old when it first came on video, and my dad had rented it from the store, and I watched it at 11 o'clock at night, and then immediately we watched it again because I knew that I missed a bunch and wanted to know more, as opposed to being, I was dumb, I didn't get any of it. It was, I'm dumb, I didn't get any of it. Teach me more, teach me your ways.
More deep. Phew, my name is a killing word. Oh my God, I can't believe we were able to land wives and have children.
Well, we
Crazy.
didn't tell them any of those things.
Shawnee. All right, so that's it.
That's all we got news-wise, my
Dune's
friend.
coming, motherfuckers. A new Dune. But don't mean you can't go appreciate old style Dune right now.
You controls the spice, controls the universe.
Oh my God, I love that movie. There it is. That's all the news you need. You're caught up, man. Now you can walk into a place and start spouting comic book movie information.
You can also not get wives with this much knowledge at
Yeah.
your, at your fingertips.
Start dropping Dune quotes and see how far that gets you in life and shit. Thanks for hanging out with us here in the Fat Cave, man. For Fatman, I'm Batman. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Marc Bernardin.
Come back next episode. Same fat time, same fat channel. Spotcast.com or
YouTube.com/Kevin Smith.